For well over a decade now, the right has pretty much been stepped on and pushed out the door, but it looks like Elon's doing a big pushback. Elon sparks outrage with threat to ban cisgender as a slur on Twitter. And the amount of times I've been called slurs on Twitter, I understand the consequences of it, but I'm actually okay with it. For well over a decade, one side's been pulling the other off the cliff, and there's pretty much been no stop to it. No slowing down, full speed off the edge of the cliff. Maybe this is just what we need to at least slow it down a little bit. So let's talk about this. Twitter CEO Elon Musk has apparently decided that cis and cisgender will now be considered a slur on the social media platform. And of course, the left always uses it as a slur against the right to belittle and invalidate any point that they might have. So let's talk about what brought this about. The proclamation was made in replies of Jesse Esses, an Irish right-wing media figure who was complaining that commenters on social media were calling him a sissy. So well after a decade of us being called slurs with no repercussions and anything we come back with leading to our immediate ban, he responds, repeated targeted harassment against any account will cause the harassing accounts to receive at minimum temporary suspensions. And we already saw the meltdowns when Elon took over and started enforcing the rules equally, the meltdown they had. And here they are having the meltdown already. I am 102.3% sure Elon has no idea what cis or cisgender mean, either connotatively or denotively or etymologically. Threatening to suspend users on your free speech platform because they uttered a word you don't understand but fear emasculates you is quite the fascist flex. This guy has no idea what any of those words mean, because if he knew what a fascist was, he wouldn't be throwing it around like that. Now, I know a bunch of you can jump to the conclusion that free speech, blah, 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 blah. Yes, absolutely. But they have given us the tools that will at least bring normalcy back to the conversation. Instead of making up words and twisting words and changing words to fit their ideology, simply banning those words means they have to come back to the table and talk. And let's be honest, none of these people can stand up to be off of Twitter for more than an hour. It is all they have. And it's depressing. The way I equate it out to be is that one side has been battered for years, beaten down. And finally they swing back. And like the big bad bully at middle school, once they take a hit, they run crying, asking for help. The only problem is here, nobody's going to listen to them. And something they haven't learned over the years is that there are negative consequences for them because they've been treated like spoiled children. No, you can do nothing wrong. As long as you vote for us, you're good. So jumping over to the Forbes article real quick. Twitter's hateful conduct policy page does not explicitly mention what words the platform considers slurs, but notes it prohibits targeting others with repeated slurs. Hold on. Did they just take all our talking points for the last decade and say, that intends to degrade or reinforce negative or harmful stereotypes about a protected category? What's that? I think I can hear the reading. So quite literally every policy that we've said we had issues with, that they were like, no, it's fine, this needs to exist. Suddenly, it becomes a problem because it's being used against them the same way they used it against anybody who wasn't with them. And here we go. Despite Musk labeling of the term cisgender a slur, the word has been part of the Oxford Dictionary since 2015. Because boy, there are some words in the dictionary that are definitely slurs. And here they go to complain about what Elon has done. In April, Twitter altered the slur section of its hateful content policy to remove a line that prohibited targeted misgendering or dead naming of transgender individuals. Oh my God, somebody called you by your name. It's a terrible, terrible thing. You know, it's like if you kick a dog long enough, eventually it's going to bite back. And again, I see the long-term consequences of it. but in the short term, I really can't complain about it. So guys, I know you've got some comments for me. Let me see them in the comments section. And whether you liked the video or hated it, at least hit the like or dislike button. But I will catch you guys on the next one.